Shalom, brothers and sisters. This is your brother man from the motherland, coming to you guys live and direct, better than any other can, back with another segment. And on this episode of Repent or Die, I wanted to play something that I've gotten from someone on IG, and this brother was talking something very profound. He was speaking on the things that I talk about, but I guess he was more, intellect with it. You know, sometimes I keep mine sturdy and dirty. You know what I'm saying? And the only ones that get it is those that's considered worthy. But I'm going to play for you guys, and you guys just listen. Hold on.
I'm here just to make a little quick announcement. I see a lot of videos, a lot of posts. Going on, guys? This is Gnosis de la Soul, by the way. I'm here just to make a little quick announcement. I see a lot of videos, a lot of posts, a lot of people talking about voting. Especially a lot of celebrities are coming out, rappers and, paid sponsors coming out and trying to persuade the black people to go out there and vote. I just have this to say. If you believe in your heart that a person who is not black, Caucasian person, is going to put your needs, your race in front of his, then you are asleep. Okay? No person with intelligence is going to put another race's needs and wants over their own. It's called self-preservation. You understand? It has nothing to do with racism. Every race of people practices this. Okay? Whenever you go into a Chinese neighborhood, all of the stores are in Chinese. You can't even read it. They're not worried about you if you can read it or not. It's not for you, it's for them. They hire their own employees. They have their own police. And everything in that neighborhood is Oriental or Asian persuasion. Go into a Jewish neighborhood, same thing. Mexican neighborhood, Latino neighborhood, you understand, Italian neighborhood. You go into any other neighborhood and they put themselves first and then other races come last. And it's not mean, it's just self-preservation. When it comes to the black community, we don't put ourselves first. We put ourselves dead last. And that's why we end up dead and last. You understand? When you go into a black neighborhood, you barely see any black owned businesses. Everybody else who has a business in the black community doesn't look like this. You may have one or two here and there, may own a barbershop or something, but that's not really empowering us. So if you need somebody who's rich and famous to tell you what you should be doing as a conscious, intelligent being, then that means that you are not conscious and intelligent. Because if you are conscious and intelligent, you would realize that anybody that's going that hard to persuade you to do something, there's always a hidden agenda. Understand? How do you vote? You vote with this. This is how you vote. Black dollars. You circulate this in the black community with people that look like you. That's how you vote. By supporting black-owned businesses. By putting your money where your mouth is. That's how you vote. You understand? You got so many people out here, all these corporations are greedy and they're stealing all of our jobs and da-da-da. But who's going to these corporations and shopping? Who's going to Walmart every day? Who's going to Costco and Best Buy and Target and all these giant corporations that steal resources from Africa, use slave labor, and then resell it back to you at 1,000% markup? And then you go and you give this to them, and then they turn around and give you crap, right? And then you complain and then you march. That doesn't make any sense. Why don't you support your fellow being, right? Your fellow brother and sister, and help them out. Help them to feed their family. Help them to put their children in high quality education, whether it's specialized education or self-education. You understand? That's how you vote. If you need, the funny thing about these celebrities that I'm gonna sit here.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it right there. He said some very powerful things. This is the reason why I wanted to talk about this, man. Shout out to the brother, man. Very intelligent brother. I'll probably post his IG if you want to follow him. Very, very, very intellect, man. And he said some powerful things. For one thing that he said that grabbed my attention is voting and marching, that's never going to get the job done, ever. If you guys think for 1 second that you got to march and protest to get your point across or get your voice heard, that's not going to work. For two, he said self-preservation. And I want to elaborate on that. You got to understand the reason why we don't have self-preservation is because we don't know who the heck we are. We don't know who the heck we are. We when it comes to our history is generated by the things that the oppressors have given us. We're not given in-depth history of colored people. And praise the Most High, with the technology that we have now, a lot of brothers and sisters get the opportunity to read books, search the web, and gather intel and gather in-depth information of things that not even our great-great-grandparents knew about, because whatever reason they couldn't get it, but this is the Most High's doing. But we can't have self, we can't have that without knowing who the heck we are. Preservation, we can't have that unless we know who the heck we are. We don't know who we are. We thinking we got people claiming to be Haitian, Jamaican, Guyanese, Trinidadian, African American. We got people calling themselves black. We got people calling themselves niggas. We everything in the book, but we still don't know who we are. And yet, because of not knowing who we are, we cleave on to anything. We got brothers and sisters that's cleaving on to Muslims, New Age, Buddhist, Hindu, what was the other one? Judaism, what's the other one? Christianity, the pagan Christianity. We got all of these things that we cleave on to, and it's all because we don't know who the heck we are. You can't have self-preservation if you don't know who you are. How you gonna do that? So of course we're gonna put ourselves dead last. And he said another thing about the supporting colored business. And for me, I'll be the first one to tell you, I'm pro colored everything. You understand? But let's be honest, supporting colored business is the hardest thing to do, because these individuals don't get that same equal opportunity as Caucasians. A Caucasian might rent a place and pay let's say $1,200 a month, while a colored person will have to automatically pay $2,000. And because they gotta pay $2,000, they gotta put the prices on items. It's gonna be higher than what you would get from another place. And if we let me tell you how crazy it is. If we even drop the price any lower, we're gonna think that joint is fake. We're gonna be like, this thing ain't real. This thing is not for us. This thing is for X, Y, and Z. He probably got it from the bootleg store, and he, you know what I'm saying? Like we just don't win. We can't win. This This is a major issues that we're faced with. So how can we be pro-colored but we can't even be pro-self? You know, look at this recent election. I'm seeing colored people riding through the hood, windows down, like, yeah, our president, boom, 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 let's go Biden, let's go Kamala. Now, fast forward to right now, people is sick, people is fed, people is furious, because now you're getting to see that you was really worth nothing to these people. They would never put your problems before theirs. That's any race. A Chinese person is not gonna put a colored person's problem before them. We're not. But when it comes to us, I remember when that fake shooting that took place in France. I was on Facebook and everybody was, had the France, prayer for France, got the logo on their pictures. But then, when a brother get killed by the police, ain't nobody posting up nothing. You see what I'm saying? This is the corruption. This is the confusion of the mind, y'all. This is real as it comes. You understand what I'm saying? Like, this is how real this joint is. This joint ain't no joke. This is how we moving out here. But we definitely gotta be for our own. We definitely gotta protect ours. We definitely gotta stand on black everything. Everything gotta be black, from your clothing line to your food to all of that. But are we willing to make that sacrifice? Are we willing to do that when I'm being envious and jealous? That's the question. You know what I'm saying? Because, a person will support you until you blow up, and then you end up being in a bracket that they feel that they should be in. Meanwhile, they don't even understand the hard work that people put in. Like, look at myself. It's 12:33 in the morning. I'm here doing a podcast. You got to work hard. While everybody sleep, you out here teach. You got to grind. Grind is never on time. The grind is the time. That means you don't know when. You just got to just do it. You know what I'm saying? But that's the question. But we got to kill that notation. And we got no choice but to go to the Walmarts and the Targets, because when we had the colored stores in our community, when Targets and them things was coming out, everything was super cheap. So we end up getting more for less at corporations that was, better than what we had. We wasn't seeing it like that. We get blinded by the light. We see things, oh, this look nice. Oh, let's go here. Oh, I'm buying everything here. You know what I'm saying? And then, before you know it, Auntie Susie got to shut down the store because she ain't making no money. She's not making no money. Now what? You know what I'm saying? And then once they get the colored businesses out the way, what's the first thing that they do? They raise the price. Now you stuck. Now you just got no choice but to buy whatever these people tell you to buy, because you ain't got no choice. You know what I'm saying? Like what other store you gonna find that's gonna give you something better than what Costco and BJ's is giving you? What? Some people's gonna go to BJ, some people's gonna go to Costco. But what's the third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh alternative? And if there is an alternative, is there an alternative that's colored? That's colored on? Absolutely not. It's all about design, man. You know what I'm saying? I told brothers and sisters, integration only means infiltration. That's the only thing that joint means. When you hear the word integration, just know that they coming to set up shop. I told brothers and sisters this. Malcolm said this. Martin said this at the end, but it was already too late. But there's plenty of freedom fighters that said, segregation is the only way it needs to be. It's no disrespect. It's just we are two different people. You know what I'm saying? We are two different people. Our hearts is totally different. We as colored people could not do the wickedness that these Caucasians done to us. We can't do that. You know what I'm saying? I can't fathom taking a newborn baby, putting him by the water to attract alligators. Who has the heart and the compassion to do that? I remember I caught a mice in my house. I could have stepped on it. But I don't have it in me. I'm like, nah, I ain't gonna even do that. That's just, you know, like we don't have that in us. You know what I'm saying? And nor do we want to have that in us. You know, our biggest strength is our biggest weakness. Our biggest strength is the love. We naturally loving people. We become animals of experience, taught behavior. No child is born angry, you know, especially colored children. We operate with love, you know. I could be outside right now working out, minding my business, and a child, if the parent never told him or she not to go to not to talk to strangers, that child's gonna come to you, you know what I'm saying, give you a dap, do everything. You know what I'm saying? Because we naturally loving, caring people. You know? But Son said some valid points, man. He's very, very intellect, man. I love stuff like that, man. I love to see colored people talk the things that I be talking, man. You know, like I said, he be more intellect with it, man. Me, I'm just more raw. You gonna have to eat this barbecue chicken how it is. You know what I'm saying? You be alright. That's me. You know? But we definitely got things to do. We definitely gotta you know, rebuild our community. We definitely gotta put the money where our mouth is. And the overall thing that we need to focus on is giving these children an outlet moving forward. I'm not a believer in going to college. I think college is a scam. Now, should you go to college to be a lawyer, a doctor, an engineer? Absolutely. But if you're going to get a master's or a bachelor's to go work at Foot Locker, then you just wasted your goddamn time. That's just how I feel. No disrespect, but you know, you better off taking your chances and starting your own business, working from the bottom and build your way up. You know, you don't need to have a college degree to be successful. You only become successful if you put the passion into whatever you want to do and to achieve. If you want to be the greatest writer, you put your time and effort. You don't need a college degree for that. You write, and it's gonna absorb to the people that respect your work. That's just me. I'm not pro college. I'm pro stability. I'm pro, you know, good credit. That's what I'm pro for. I'm anti-debt. You know, college is a debt institution. You go to college. Listen, I went to college. I got a college degree and all that. So I'm not gonna act like, you know, I ain't been there. But I know the outcome of it is, oh yeah, you graduated, and I graduated with top honors. Hey, yeah, you graduated, but guess what? We don't care. You still gotta pay this. How much you paying? How much you making a year? You get your bachelor's, you get your associates, you get any degree, but yet still can't make enough to sustain and live and pay this bill. This is a fact. You understand? But that's neither here nor there, man. But we definitely gotta do better. We definitely gotta put our money in put our money where our mouth is. Self-preservation is only going to come when we know who we are. You know what I'm saying? The Most High said he's going to discontinue us from our heritage. Everybody on this face of this earth can go as far back to Noah. Can go as far back to Noah and his 3 sons and tell you where their bloodline originate from. We the only ones. Psalms 83 says they're going to make sure that the remembrance of Israel will be no more. Trillions of dollars get spent annually to deceive you. Movies, TV shows, music, social media, YouTube. A lot of people that are paid agents to lead you astray. And when I say paid agents, I'm not talking about like the devil is literally knocking at their door and say, listen, we're paying you to do this. No, paid agents is somebody that spiritually had no connection to God, that's a reprobate, and is just feeding the knowledge to deceive the people. Like the Bible said, you can't serve 2 masters. So you're going to serve one, you're going to love one, hate the other. That's just what it is. If you don't love God, you don't follow him, you don't respect him, by default you with the devil. So that's what I mean by that. But that's not here. That's neither here nor there. The morality is that, you know, in order to have self-preservation, we need to know where we come from. In order to uplift our community and put our money where our mouth is, we gotta know where we come from. We gotta know why we doing this. We gotta know who we are. We gotta know our purpose, our worth. You know what I'm saying? To know where you going, you must know where you come from. You know why Chinese people stand strong? They know where they come from. They could check their history going back to the 1600s. You understand? They could do all that. It's only us that been bamboozled, that's been infiltrated by all nations, not just Caucasians and Arabs. All nations participated in our downfall and our destruction, and now they reaping the benefits. But at the same time, while they reaping the benefits, the Most High is taking that away day by day. This is why now they're doing what they're doing as far as getting individuals with the jab, because the jab is gonna show that you pledge allegiance and you're part of their alliance. That's just what that means. We all know that this joint don't work. It's been proven. Studies show, you know, testimonies, it doesn't work. So why is it such a push? You know what I'm saying? What's in it that you guys are pushing for people to take it, knowing that this joint don't work? You know what I'm saying? Is the pledge allegiance. You gotta make your alliance. You gotta pick a side. You know, go on my YouTube. I made a Sabbath talk, and it's called The Line Has Been Drawn. You gotta pick a side. You gotta pick a side. It's either gonna be for the Most High or you're gonna be on the other side. That's just what it is. There's no in betweens. I keep telling people that. Christ even said it in Revelations 3. Don't be lukewarm. Just pick hot or cold. Don't be lukewarm, because he's gonna spit you out. I don't think you will do all of this praise and following God to your beliefs to get to the end, and he tells you, I don't know who the heck you are. Get away from me. Listen, that would be the worst feeling in the world. I don't even want to feel that. You understand? So yeah, we got to get it together. Period. This is not no time to be playing around. It's not no time to make decisions based on what you feel is best for you. You know, the self-preservation is gonna come once we know who we are. We gotta support each other. The colored people spend trillions of dollars a year annually. Trillions of dollars. Can you imagine what we can do with trillions of dollars? Can you imagine trillions of dollars right now? Think about this. Trillions of dollars right now, and we had the Black Wall Street mentality. You think we would have been seeking for reparation? You think we would have gave a damn? We could care less. We wouldn't care, because we already know that we got enough money to hold it down. And we natural creatures. We are natural born survivors. We will make it work. We will make it work. You know? That's it, man. That's it. That's the solution. Come together, unify, stop putting your trust into this system. Voting is not going to get the job done. Marching is not going to get the job done. Yelling, looting, that's not going to get the job done. Shooting each other is definitely not going to get the job done, because all you're doing is taking another warrior off this battlefield. You know, we're already low in numbers. You know, that's not going to get the job done. What's going to get the job done is understanding who you are. You know, understand that your God of the Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is calling on all of us. He's calling for all of us to repent. That means change. He's calling all of us to change right now, or you're going to die. This is not an if, it's not a but. This is a fact. He's calling everybody to change, or you're going to die. From the Jew first, then the Gentiles. The Gentiles, you got a chance to make it into the other side. You got a chance. You just got to denounce the paganism, which is another word of saying Satanism. You got to denounce that. You got to come under the fold, meaning you got to be in submission. You're not going to come in here and be in no authoritative position. You know, you got to understand that this kingdom that's to come is going to be run by colored people. Christ is a colored man. It's going to be run by him. You got to accept that. And no, I'm not one of those crazy ass brothers on the street that's saying this was going to happen to the white man. No, I don't talk like that. Anybody has an option. Everybody has the option for salvation. You got to just make that decision. That's something you want to do. That's not for me to force you to do. That's something you got to want to do. But you can have access into this kingdom if you prove your worth. But as far as the rulership goes, oh yeah, it's gonna go back to the people of color. And when it do, it would never change hands. After this punishment is over, it will never change hands. So I advise brothers and sisters to get accustomed. I advise the Gentile nations to get accustomed in being number 3, 4, 5, the same way we are number 3, 4, 5. And it's time for colored people to prepare themselves to be number 1, to sit on the throne, to sit in the Congress seats, to sit and be amongst Christ and all the 144,000 righteous soldiers. You know, got to do that. So I'm gonna leave it as that, man. Shout out to the brother, man. Forgot his name. I think I forgot. I really forgot. 12 something in the morning, man. I'm not even on point for that, but round of applause for him too, though. Round of applause for him, man. You know what I'm saying? Son talking that talk. I love hearing brothers and sisters that got full of intelligence, man. I even love it when brothers and sisters is reading these scriptures and, you know, telling brothers and sisters to keep these laws. I love it. And the time is now, man. You gonna get it. So it's your brother, man, from the motherland. Shout out to all those that's in Haiti. Shout out to all my Zoes out here in America. Shout out to all my colored people. You know, may the Father be with us. Shout out to all the Caucasians. You know what I'm saying? May the Father be with y'all too. Help y'all on y'all journey. Help you guys spread the word and tell the truth. You know, and have you guys operating in righteousness, man. Because at the end of the day, that's what it is. But in order to self-preservation, we must know who we are, where we come from, know where we're going. And if you don't know who you are, I'm going to tell you right now, you from the 12 tribes of Israel. It's your brother, man, from the motherland. I'm a holla.